Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gebo the Shaman, and today we are talking about what happens when we have Ketu in Leo in our birth chart. So Ketu in Leo. I am a Vedic astrologer and I do Vedic astrology. In Western astrology, Ketu would be called the south node of the moon. So there's that. And so in order to see all my astrological services, you can check out gebotheshaman.com and check that out. And you can see everything that I have listed right over here, all that stuff. And so let's get into Ketu in Leo. So, what is in order to understand Ketu and Leo, we need to understand what Ketu means, what this placement means. We need to understand what Ketu means, and then we'll talk about what Leo means. And we put them together and come up with our own analysis. So, what is Ketu? Ketu is otherwise known as the south node of the moon. Although in Vedic astrology, in Western astrology, it's a little bit off from the placement of Ketu in Vedic astrology, because Western astrology is 24 degrees off. So there's that. It doesn't go off of the planet's real-time positions in the sky. Why? I don't know, but Vedic astrology is the most accurate astrology because it goes off of the real-time positions. So, anyway, Ketu in Leo. So, Ketu is the planet, otherwise known as the shadow planet, and it is the body. So, Rahu would be the head, and Ketu would be the body. The head of the snake or the tail of the snake. So Ketu is the tail or the body. So basically with Ketu here, Ketu is the, it's all about detachment. It's all about, it's just over it. It's like, it represents the stuff that you have already mastered and the stuff that you no longer have any interest in doing, because you've already experienced it, you've already mastered it in a previous life, and now you're on to the next thing. So there's that. So then we have so it's all about detachment, basically just being like, there's some dissatisfaction in the area that your Ketu is. So we'll get into that later. But so Leo is basically all about Leo is about fun, creativity, creative expression, like self-expression and artful expression, being very expressive and creative and things like that. So Leo rules acting and actors and being in the spotlight, being a celebrity, things like that. It's also government, it's also royalty, politicians, things like that. So then we have, so that's about Leo. And so what happens when we have Ketu here in Leo? Well, we have the planet of detachment in the sign of being famous, being very expressive, being very out there, the ego. So Leo is representative of the ego. And yeah, so yeah, there's that. So so what happens when we have Ketu here in Leo? Well, this makes somebody very they wouldn't want to be the center of attention. They would not want to act. They would not want to put on a show for anybody. They don't care about what anybody thinks about their ego. Like, they don't care about being somebody who is very out there in society. They don't care about being the center of attention or anything like that. They just want to be left alone to do their own thing. And so Ketu can also bring some difficult sorry, there's a fly in my room. The Ketu here can bring some difficult relationships. So Ketu also in Leo also rules the relationships, like dating, sexual activity in a sense. And so having Ketu here, somebody would just really not be into that. They could be they could be dissatisfied by it. They could be just kind of not. They could have a bad experience with it, where they could have a stalker or something like that. It's just one of those placements where it gives you a lot of discontentment and dissatisfaction. In fact, both Rahu and Ketu are that way. So, so there's that. And let me see how I am on time. Just a second, guys. So yeah, I think we're done here. So once again, I am a Vedic astrologer. I do Vedic astrology. Why? Because it's more accurate than Western astrology, and 2, there's a lot more that you can learn from it that pertains to you. This Western astrology goes off of your sun sign, which has no bearing on your actual personality. What does have a bearing on your personality is your ascendant. So, anyway, if you want to get everything that I have to offer, go to gebotheshaman.com. And I do have a Vedic astrology certification course that is extremely inexpensive, extremely cheap, and I've actually bundled it with another course to make it even less expensive, even cheaper, and it's a great deal. So check it out. Then we have the astrology readings. You can go to gebotheshaman.com to see what that's all about. You can go to gebotheshaman.com for all of my services, products, services, courses, everything and anything that I have to offer. gebotheshaman.com, and I'm having some massive sales right now. So go check that out. And then we have the birth time rectification. So, a lot of people are into astrology. They just don't know what their birth time is, or, they'll have a random birth time between 8 and 9 p.m. That's not very helpful, because your whole chart could change between that time, so that's not very helpful. So with the birth time rectification, I will actually go into your chart and ask you a few very simple, very basic questions, and then have you, give you an accurate birth time based on those questions. So, it's a long process for me. It is very tedious. It does take a lot of time. That's why I charge so much. So yeah, but it is worth it. It is worth it to have because I get it down to the minute of your birth. So that is worth it. A lot of us astrologers don't even do that. They just say, oh, it's between 8:15 and 8:25. That's like a 10-minute window. That's, and sure, that's good enough, but I get it down to 1 minute. So, ha. So go check that out. GeboTheShaman.com. And then we have the distance energy healing. So that is basically, if you're struggling with depression and your mental health and physical health, and you don't know what to do, you just know that you need something or somebody to help you out and give you a lift of, encouragement and empowerment, then that's what I'm here to do. So the distance energy healing is great for that. It's great for physical healing as well as emotional, mental, psychological, everything like that. And then the career coaching and life coaching. So if you are one of those people who is struggling in life and you don't know what the hell you're doing with your life and just letting it pass you by while you sit on the couch and eat your Doritos and whatever. That is not a healthy thing. That is not a good thing. So you need to get on your shit. You need to get on your path and purpose. What are you waiting for? So the career coaching is designed for that. To help you find your path and purpose. Then the ritual magic courses. So the ritual magic courses, if you're struggling with, poverty, if you're struggling with your health, your wealth, your prosperity, your happiness, and you don't have any of those things, well, check out the ritual magic courses. I have one up there already, but I'm revamping it, and I'm actually adding more to it, so that way you guys can get the most powerful thing there is. Alright, so then we have the Cosmic Qigong and the Self-Transformation Challenge. Cosmic Qigong, Self-Transformation Challenge, and those two courses are extremely powerful energy work courses. People ask me all the time, how does energy work? How does the Qigong work? Well, there's only so much that I could tell you. All I know is that it works for me. It empowers me, it gives me more energy, makes me feel more healthy, makes me feel a lot better, much more sane, and it's great. It's great. So there's only so much that words can tell you about the course, but if you actually take the time to go subscribe, it's only like $55 at patreon.com/GeboTheShaman, or you can purchase those courses outright. But yeah, only $55, and you can get your hands on some amazing, powerful energy work courses. Okay guys, so that does it for me, and we will talk to you next time. Alrighty, peace.